What's good? What's good? We're live, guys. About to get started here. How's everybody doing? Buys or sells, guys? What do you think? Maybe more buys. We've been bullish. So we've been sticking with the bullish bias on gold, even for the last couple days. If you're not inside the inner circle, make sure you take notes on this session, because I'm pretty much giving you guys free money, free value. If you're inside the Telegram, if you're inside the public Discord, I've been sharing some trades, and we're basically going to do a little masterclass right now, talk about some things that are really valuable, really repetitive. If you guys are in the Telegram, you got a little taste of what we do, kind of on a weekly basis. And we do this consistently. We do this with repetition. And yeah, someone asked buys or sells. We've been bullish on gold. So for the most case, like, gold has been strong. And we've been just trying to stick with that bullish bias for the most case. The buys have been working. The setups, the analysis. So we're going to break down some things. I had a good week so far. I posted this not that long ago. And this profit was made from just a couple moves, a couple pieces of analysis, couple setups, couple ideas, some forward thinking. Because before I made this profit and profits on the trades, I shared some of the analysis with you guys. Like, some of these trades that I sent this week, some of the analysis I did, there was discussion on these sessions about some of the trades before I even sent them. Even last night, if you're inside the inner circle, we had a pretty crazy session last night. I would say last night, that was a fire session. If anyone was on last night's session. If you're not inside the inner circle, take notes, because I don't know how long I'm going to be doing these free signals for, these free sessions, but take notes, because it's basically free money I'm giving out right now for you guys going into the new year, trying to help people level up. And we got a lot of stuff coming in the next 30 to 40 days. That's why I say that. So make sure you guys take notes here, because I'm going to go over everything with this profit, the setups. And the crazy part is I already went over the information with you guys. That's the crazy thing. Like, if you go dissect, like, I'm going to do it with you guys live right now. It literally starts back to like all these sessions, and then we did one in the inner circle. If you're in the inner circle, we were live last night. That was a pretty crazy session. We took a live trade. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. I'm going to check the chat maybe every 5-10 minutes. Good day. Market's about to close. Yeah, market's about to close. That's why we're live right now, so we don't have to stress about movement, because I swear when I'm live and I'm talking too much, there's setups. Like, every time I go live, the market moves, I swear. So I want to be focused on the information right now. It's a good time to just go over some of the lessons for the day close. What's the song? Someone asked, what's the song? I don't even know. It's called what? It's like a beat by, like, Afro House. What is Love? You know the song What is Love? But it's a beat by Afro House. So everything kind of goes back to one day ago. I've done a lot of streams the last couple days. We did the first stream of 2026 the other day. And it goes back to that stream too. How I was approaching gold going into this week, calling it forward thinking. Like, anybody that was on that stream, I'll pull it up right now. So let's start with that. First stream of 2026. We went over a lot of information, and then we started chopping up about crypto and gold. And it pretty much started off there, forming, a bias on price, right? The setups come, like, it's like, okay, I have a bias, I'm bullish, I see a structure, I see an uptrend. There's a lot of detail that I went over on that session about where gold's at. And it's like, okay, so from there, I wasn't in any, and I was not in any trades. I wish I was. I wish I just jumped in and clicked buy. It was one of those weeks, and we've seen these weeks before. Anybody who was consistent with me in 2025, we've seen these types of weeks where gold just opens bullish, where you literally could have just clicked buy at the open, and what do you know? Would have been an easy week like that. One of those weeks. And we did have a lot of news coming into the week, right? Over the weekend, there was the whole Venezuela USA situation. And we can see how that maybe has impacted price. Definitely a notable week to take into consideration when you're experiencing trading events, trading scenarios, right? Thinking about what happened over the weekend, how gold opened, and how it is right now. It's Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening, and gold is trading where it's at, right? And it opened bullish, and it's kept that momentum up into this point, the first 2 days of the market, right? We'll probably see a continuation tomorrow, and then maybe like more reversal, slow down towards the end of the week. We're probably going to continue more bullish. We're about to hit $4,500. This is definitely a notable week to keep in mind of moving forward. You know, we got a whole new year coming up. We've seen the current president of the United States. Like, who knows what type of event is next in the next couple months or something, right? Years. That's part of your trading. Like, that's an arsenal we've used. We've used that type of situation numerous amount of times in the year of 2025 where something happened in the world and we took that to the charts. We took an event, whether it was a conflict, whether it was something geopolitical, fundamental. And there's different times where you could have a week like this, and a week like this can make your month. Honestly, a week like this could make your month. You could already see a couple days into the week, and it's like there was trading opportunities. So one thing we're going to talk about is, you know, activity, involvement in the market, how often you need to be in the market, because up to a point like this, there's a lot of opportunity. Like, I could have made more money this week. And weeks like this are repetitive. And it's like you have 2 days that have gone by and the market's moved this much. Days like this is why I like gold, because in 2 days, if you're really on it in those 2 days, maybe it's the start of the week, right? 2 days can make your week at times, to be honest. The other day, the first stream we did of 2026, I talked about trying to make the most of your trading, right? The setups that you look for, your executions. We had a good talk about that. But really, where things started was the other day. Like, when we were chopping it up, talking about gold, it's like, okay, like, what can we do moving forward, right? And let me go back here. And this is one thing we were talking about the other day. Like, and this is where I gained, like, come on, there we go. I was saying either we're going to reject, but the idea was if we can go up and break above there, you know, break and retest. This is one of the first things we talked about, getting above. If we get above that high, especially early on in the week, how things were starting out, it's a pretty strong indication. So to start the week off, right, like it went with that. We talked about it. It was a 3-hour stream. I did a long stream because we had a lot of people on this stream. Well, the idea was this. This is where my week started off. And you can see this is like forward thinking. Thinking about price. So you can, if you look at this, you can see the level that I have marked, $4,400. $4,400, right? This is one of the ways we trade gold. We talked about that key resistance level. So like coming into the week, I was preparing myself for scenarios. I'm like, okay, if price is going to be bullish, maybe this is a scenario, right? To start off with, if we're going to get some continuation above $4,400. It's not like I was looking for a trade right then and there, trying to push buy right away, like just jump into the market. It was just what I like to call forward thinking. If we're able to get above 4,400, maybe this is what can lead us to that first structure, that first continuation, right? That first kind of going with the trend, going with the momentum. That's where the week started off for me, and having $4,400 in mind. Right, I had the idea that $4,400, that's a key price. If we come to it, do we reject it? If we break above it, I'm going to be looking for continuations. This is why I often talk about how every $25, so on gold, we talk about every $25, key levels. This is why I talk about these are key levels, like these prices that I always talk about. Whole numbers. If you're new here, we don't use indicators to trade really. We use price, we use candlesticks, structure. We use more price action concepts. And whole numbers, like traders like to call them psychological levels. Whole numbers, round numbers. We use those. So coming into the week, it's, in mind, $4,400. I have in mind, like, okay, $4,400. The first signal I sent this week was fire. And that wasn't the $4,400, but if you look here, I dropped some analysis in the Discord as well this week. And the Telegram. And there's two things, and there's one key thing I wrote there with gold, was that there's a major support at 4,400, 4,410. Now, gold broke above 4,400 pretty early in the week. If you were watching the market when it opened, it was pushing up, and we broke above $4,400 really quick. So the first kind of thinking, the first thing I was thinking, was starting to happen. It's like, all right, this gives me indication that price is bullish, price is strong, right? We ended up getting above $4,400 pretty quick, right? And it's like a ceiling turns into a floor. Where there's supply or where there's resistance, that now potentially turns into an area of demand. And like we can look for the market to maintain these areas. So for me, like getting above $4,400 this week was key, right? It was like the first thing I was thinking of like, okay, if we can get above $4,400, I talked about it on that stream. And that was one of the first kind of like ways of me thinking of going with the trend, sticking with the trend direction. Momentum, I'm looking for trades around $4,400 or a bit higher, right? Once the market breaks above $4,400, I'm looking to see if prices can maintain, if structures form, if trends form in there. Simple as that, nothing crazy. And like the more time you spend on the charts, you're gonna be able to read when like strong volume is in the market. So gold, like I mentioned, that's what I was talking about yesterday. $4,400. That was like the first thing for me that I was like paying attention to. We got above that early. Market got above that early, so there was really two trading opportunities with $4,400. I was calling out one of them, like here. I called out a trade here. It ended up hitting the stop loss and then recovering right after. I went live and said I was still sticking with it after. And if you look like this trade, where is it? Where's that chart? Right here. This is when the market like pulled back to $4,400. I sent a trade a little bit. I literally sent a trade on this candle and it went down and then it came back up. So I sent this chart. So again, it's the same thing I was thinking before. It's like this right here. Think about like, what I just showed you a little bit ago, right? With wherever that went, around here somewhere. Think about what I just showed you with gold not that long ago, like the break and retest. That's what this chart is right here. So getting above that resistance. All this stuff, like I said, all this stuff went over live. Getting above that resistance. So you look at this chart right here. That's when that started to happen, like that, okay. First thing I was thinking, okay, like thinking back to my original plan. So that's why I was looking for buys around $44.10, $44.05, $4,400 yesterday. Simple stuff here, but there's demand in the market. Remember what I said the first few minutes into this stream about gold, what happened over the weekend and stuff? Venezuela, USA. You have, notable weeks like this where the market can just start off with demand. It's like, think about the stock market. When the stock market's open 9:30 to 5. So when there's like news at nighttime, when the stock market's closed and there's some significant news before the stock market opens, what happens when the stock market opens, right? There's demand or sentiment created towards maybe that news, right? So over the weekend, when stuff like that happens, serious stuff, shit like that happens, gold is going to be impacted. A notable week with that. So it's like simple stuff here with the technical analysis. It's like the technicals show you stuff, but we also understand like there's demand in the market. So you're getting, you have resistance here, break above resistance, retest, $4,400. New York session, this is prime time this is happening at. This is happening at New York session. So when we talk about like market timing, New York session. But again, it goes back to like sticking with not trying to switch things up so much, sticking with like, okay, this is what I see right now. Let's see how the market moves forward. Not switching things up because of every little price movement. Sticking with things until it's like, okay, the market didn't go with that, right? Like sticking with things until the market shows you're wrong and not always trying to switch things up so much. Like the market, like this, for example, which is here. Like it went up. So at a certain point, it's like, oh man, it might not do that anymore. It might not do what I was thinking before, but it can still happen. Like this pretty much happened perfectly. So break and retest, things we talk about. Remember the masterclass that I did a little while ago? And I talked about the only trade setup that you need. Like there it is right there. There's actually like 3 of them that I'm going to show you a few more that are literally the same setup that happened this week. But that's the start of the week. Like forward thinking is important. Even yesterday, guys. Yesterday, 1 day ago. Right here. Where were we? Yesterday when I was live. This chart right here. Literally. This was yesterday. When we were live. So that was, whoops, right here. And like, if you're on inner circle, we caught a setup, but I'm going to show you the setup we caught the next signal. Like if you look at yesterday where we were live in the morning, price pushed up. I said, okay, if we're going to get continuations, maybe watching this area. Like magic arrows, like if you go look at my arrows this week, the arrows, they were on point. Like go look at everything I said this week. Like try to go back. Like I'm doing it live with you guys right now. You don't have to, but literally, if you were paying attention, the reason I'm saying that is because if you were paying attention, you would have seen everything that I said this week, like in terms of analysis. This was yesterday. That was right here, this resistance. I'll make it green, change the colors up. That was around this area here we were marking. We were live right here. And I was saying that high, maybe the market, and man, everything I go on, if you go on that session, everything I said the market could, I literally said the market could maybe pull back and go up or consolidate, make a resistance and then go up. That high right here stuck. We were talking about that for a bit yesterday on stream. And then there's another setup. If you look moving forward, anybody that was on Inner Circle last night, and this is where I sent the last signal. So the last trade signal that I sent was right here in this like area, a little bit higher, kind of in the 55, 50 area. But if you look like here, like think about it. We were live right here, or I'm circling, right? Yesterday, when the market pushed up. I said this is what you gotta look for. That's that resistance there. That's literally that resistance there. It shows like you still need patience to even catch moves. Like you can mark something up. We marked this up right here, right? Yesterday. And I said, okay, this could, again, potentially come down to like that area and move up. Now, it doesn't just happen in a perfect line, right? The market doesn't just go up. It shows you can analyze something here and see the setup. There's still time to catch the setup later. Like the setup, how available is the setup to when you can spot it? Like when can you spot what's there? Like obviously if we're looking at when I looked at the chart pretty early. So it's like when, you know, we're looking at this right away, like right when it broke, it's like, okay, that's the earliest you could have been maybe looking at this or anticipating this, right? Because of what the market did in that moment. But it's like whether you analyze the market there or over here, it's like, can you still see the same setup? Oftentimes things might be more clear in moments like this. Like a moment like this, it might be more clear. When it's like presentable first there, that's how I usually identify things, even if it takes longer to make the move. Yesterday, so last night, I sent a trade, and you can still see I have everything marked up. Like all these things are from the markups from last night. This red zone. The last signal I sent, so I sent a signal. I'm gonna go over two of them real quick. Last night, and we were live streaming inside the Inner Circle. Anybody who's in the Inner Circle, we were on the live stream while I was marking this trade up. Like we were streaming for a little bit. And it was gold buy. And it's kind of like it's kind of like the couple things I just showed you on the chart. Literally, like we caught this trade, simple trade setup right here. So I sent this in Telegram, I sent it in Discord to public. Fire move. Look at the chart. Like let's start off with this. This is the trade. This is the last signal I sent. I'll admit, cause I was gonna send one. I'll show you where I was gonna send one, New York today, but I didn't. I was like, I wanted a better price for signal. Like I always try to look for good prices on signals. But this was the last trade. A good amount of us took. There's some of you guys in the chat that took this trade with me, or if you're not even, maybe some of you guys plugged into the Telegram or the Discord. I'm going to go over some questions. Am I here to just talk or trade? I mean, if you want to take a trade at 5:05 p.m., go ahead. Go ahead. Go take a trade right now. Open up your broker, click buy or sell if you want. Too much free sauce. Yeah, if you want to trade right now at 5:05, go all for it. Go. Let's full port buys right now. You know? All for it. Tell me you're not plugged in without telling me you're not. Tell me you're not plugged in without telling me you're not plugged in. So this is the last trade signal I sent. And again, simple stuff that I go over every day. So I'm going to keep talking, but I'm going to keep talking. See, that's the thing. Like, you guys always say, like, where's the trades? And it's like, you guys don't pay attention on streams. Because every stream, watch, by the end of this stream, I'm going to go over something. And tomorrow we're going to jump on and I'm going to be like, well, did you guys watch gold? Every single stream. And that's what I'm trying to show you guys right now is the last 1, 2, 3, 4 days. Literally been calling out trade setups and analysis. If you guys are in the Telegram, you guys are locked in. So I'll call trades in Telegram. Or if you're in Inner Circle, usually live streams there. You guys got to stay plugged in. You guys got to stay consistent. So yet last night I hit a take profit 4 and then 10 minutes later everyone's asking, all right, what's the next trade? And I'm like, we just made thousands of dollars. And I'm up like 8 G's on the week, so kind of chilling right now. It's Tuesday and I'm up 8 G's. So for those of you guys asking about like the trades, how they happen, because a lot of you guys ask like step by step, like what do you do step by step? And honestly, a lot of the trades I send you guys, I break down the analysis live in front of you guys before I even send the trades. And a lot of you guys are asking like step by step, like can you do step by step? Like what's step 1, step 2? And it's like, yo, like we usually do it live on streams. So usually that's like where I'm showing you guys like literally what I'm thinking, what I want the market to do, what we could possibly get. And this right here is just another example of a trade that I sent to thousands of you guys. Literally, we have 3,700 people in here. I also sent it to Discord. And if you held this trade, it hit all take profits. I held on to it till like 78 and then I got out and I was like, all right, I'm done. Called it a day. Simple break and retest. And this is like the steps that I talk about with you guys when we do training sessions, when we break down things, when we break down trades like this before they even happen. It's like, all right, if the market does this, or maybe you're looking for this move up. This is like a break and retest in the trend. Whole number, 45.50. Probably like the simplest trade this week. This was last night. Anyone who was streaming with me in Inner Circle last night, we literally caught this live. This thing was like, oh, whoops, wrong area. Gold's a breakout pair, so resistance levels, support levels will often get liquidated, ran through. That could be liquidity sweeps or just breakouts, continuations. So there's force, like gold has force. You spend enough time on gold, you'll see it. So again, another setup where it was just like guys were looking for break above here and retest. We had 45 or 44.50. And this was a simple setup. All of you guys got this trade. We're probably going to find another trade tonight. Now's not the time. Like, I know you guys are trade hungry, like crackheads. Usually, like, we'll hit like take profits and then like 10 minutes later I'll have like DMs like, we'll hit a take profit and then people ask like, is the trade still valid? And I'll be like, we just hit take profit. Like, we'll probably find another trade. Again, like I said, anybody who was on the last couple of streams, I gave you guys the times that I focus on to look for trades. I gave you guys the 3 times. Late Tokyo, pre-London, or New York session. We ran that over the last couple of days. Trades take patience. Patience. I bet you I'll give you guys the next trade tonight, and you guys will still sleep on it. So I sent this next one to all of you. Break and retest. Took it live with you guys. This thing pumped, gave us a mega pump. When there's volume, when there's momentum, when there's demand, you got to go with the trend. Like, this is going with the flow. Does take practice. I've been trading for over 10 years. So I've seen a lot of different trading environments, trading scenarios. Now, gold, I don't trade anything. I only trade gold. For anybody who's new here, I only trade gold. You'll never see me send really a signal on currency pairs or anything else. It'll just be gold. Like the way gold moves, it's really structured, it's simple. And crazy thing, so last night, Inner Circle. I always tell you guys, it's forward thinking. January 5th. We were on for an hour and 42 minutes before we found this trade. It takes patience. Like, you jump on a chart, your job's not to enter the market right away. See, most of you guys are probably not consistent or as consistent as you want to be because you're always trying to predict price. You're not focusing on the setup. You're usually predicting. Your job is not to predict all the time. It's focusing on the setup. We were on for an hour and 42 minutes last night before I sent that signal. I think, when did I send the signal? See, this is where I sent the signal at 9:49 last night. Enough of you guys could have caught it. That's not even that late. But when did I start streaming? I started streaming at 8:30. So we were on for an hour before I even sent the signal. And that's what I mean. Like, the price charts are always going to move. It's either you're going to chase price emotionally and try to always predict and trade price, or you're going to be focusing on setups. Like, is there an actual setup? So if you look at last night's stream, simple shit. Not fucking teaching you guys stuff you can't look at and do. And then I show you guys week in, week out, money being made, consistency. Like, we won another trade last night. Since the beginning of December, I've only lost 4 trades. And we're just adding to the bag. Simple shit. Nothing complicated. And that's probably why a lot of you guys struggle, is because you're trying to be like a trading genius, a trading wizard, and you're not focusing on like applying things that may actually work, right? Like, I mean, you might know, like, oh, support and resistance. Yeah, I know how support and resistance works, or rejection candlesticks, certain concepts, but are you actually applying it? Simple shit. But we were on for literally, it took me an hour to find this trade. And this trade made me $4,000. So, I mean, you're either going to rush into trades or have the patience to find good setups, right, that are there. If you're always trading a certain way, like just getting in price, like, yeah, I could have just clicked buy and it would have worked, but I gave myself enough time for what I was looking at, what I wanted to happen. So this was last night. Simple shit. This is why we like gold. So I'm giving you guys this week, like I literally gave you guys this and out. I literally gave you guys a lot of zones, a lot of things. You guys got to pay attention. Keep up with the information. Pay attention, because day in, day out, giving you guys a lot of information. Yeah, we went over some crypto stuff too. If you missed that session, we're gonna be live in the inner circle tonight in like 3 hours again. We're gonna go live the same time tonight in the inner circle. We did some crypto talks. We're gonna do more crypto talks today. I swear every single time I talk about crypto, gold will set up. Every time. So I went over, if you're in the inner circle, I talked about some of the coins in my portfolio, in one of my portfolios too. If you missed that session, there's like a 20-30 minute part where we talk about crypto in that stream. Maybe even longer than that. Yeah, there's like a good duration of that where we're talking about crypto. If you missed that stream. But yo, simple shit, guys. Like, usually when I send a trade, a lot of people are asking me like, Evan, why'd you send that trade? Like, what were you seeing? And it's not always as complicated as you guys might think. Like, you guys might think there's, okay, step 1, step 2. It's a lot of practical, simple things that you might learn in your first year, 2 years of trading, couple years of trading, not long, right? The practical, technical analysis. Now it's just having the patience, I think, to wait for the right price, the right entry, like not just rushing the setup. But again, we caught this last night. This thing gave us a good move, and that was the trade right here. Rejection candlestick on the 15-minute. And I held that thing to like 78. It hit all our take profits. I ended up holding this to like 78. And then, I mean, the same setup, if you were watching gold again, you could have took the same trade twice. You could have re-entered the same exact setup. This is where whole numbers come really in handy, right? 25, 50s, 75s, zeros. With gold, whole numbers. That's it. Spare some trades. Spare some trades, anyone? Spare some trades, anyone? Yo, you guys got any trades? Someone give me a trade, yo. I want a trade. Someone send me a trade, yo. I'm fucking week in, week out sending trades to you guys. Someone give me a trade, yo. What we trading? Yo, I need a trade. Market is closed. Yeah, I'm 605. That's why I got on it this time. This is a good time to look at the market. We're not in rush. Teach you guys more patience. Long Aster. Aster longs. Aster longs. All right, Aster longs. Aster's low. Nice little break of structure there on the daily. Oh, daily, some clean candles on the daily down here. Aster is looking nice, really low. Broke above this resistance. Nice area there. Aster probably gonna end up pumping next couple months. $2 again one day. Like Aster longs hold till $2 type of shit. Long term. Aster's super low. Daily structure. Like a lot of cryptos have shifted some structure on the daily. You may notice. Oh, Nexo's up 25% today. Nexo pump. Nexo 25%. Jasmy hit a 33% day. Fuck. Jasmy. Any news on Jasmy? What you can do if you're trying to, like, if you know, crypto research, you go on x.com For instance, here, like you see my on X here, look at my search. Look at my recent search here. See, I got hype, I got Chainlink. I was looking at hype, Chainlink news, seeing if they're. I like to let me click on Chainlink for instance. I'll see the top post, latest. All right, we got. I probably followed. Do I follow Chainlink? I should be following Link. But yeah, like top posts, like obviously dates. Some of these are later dates, but I could see maybe some top posts. Try to look for some more recent stuff. See if there's any articles. Twitter, good. X.com, Twitter, good place to kind of like look at crypto research. Like I could go, for instance, Jasmy. Like if I go like Jasmy, search engine $ Jasmy. Like I'm following the CFO of Jasmy. And let's see, like 12 hours ago, this person's always talking about Jasmy. They say Jasmy's going to go to 60 cents. Jasmy goes to 60 cents, I'll be almost a Jasmy millionaire if that were to happen, to be honest. That would be crazy. 33% day. And this is what I mean. Anybody who's been on the streams recently, I've been saying it, like we were just in extreme fear. If you're at cheap, low prices, you might as well buy if there's coins you believe in. Because you never know when something's going to have that 20 to 30% day. And then it's like, oh, shit, I missed a really good entry. So we were talking about that on December 29th. Anybody who's on December 29th week, the week before New Year's, anytime I went live, anytime someone asked about crypto, I said the same thing. Prices are cheap. Prices are low. You never know when something's going to have like that 20, 30% move or even more or less than that. Like look at Jasmy today, 33%. I mean, there is some momentum there. Or you know, if you're on the inner circle session last night, like I'm not going to talk about crypto this whole stream, but like I just said moments ago, we did have a good talk about crypto last night for I think like 40 minutes, maybe 30, 40 minutes. And I even said on that stream, like we might be making some local bottoms. We had the Ethereum analysis. So I can't go over all that here right now. We're going to look at gold soon, but you know, like Aster's super low. That'll probably go back to $2 long term. I mean, when cryptos pump, they go fast. That's the thing with cryptos. Like, they spend more time going down than the pump. Like, look at this coin. This is Jasmy coin. Look how long it's been going down for. Like, 2025. It was at like 6 cents. It's been on a down. Like, kind of like 2 downs, one really big one. But look at here. Like, for instance, like you have all this down. And then look at today, the last 24. It's like, yeah, you have, of course, like price bleeding out, losing a lot of value. We say long term, but long term in crypto could literally be like they pump in weeks, like they multiply in weeks, months at times. It's like the thing about the markets, like can be hard to time that too. Like timing can be off. You're not always going to be perfect with timing. Trust me. I've been doing this for over 10 years and like you might have like the strongest conviction at times and your timing may go completely unplanned. You still got to stay consistent and not give up. That's one thing I've learned from crypto, from being in it since 2015, is just not giving up, sticking with it. And I've always done that. Like I said last night, like let's see the last 24. Jasmy's probably one of the top gainers in the last 24. Oh, Jasmy's out of the top 100. Let's see here. Tau's a good coin too. Jasmy 33%. Jasmy's number 96. Jasmy's up, like, see, for example, like if we go in the top 100 right now and even a bit outside of it, you'll see some coins that are up, like Jasmy. There's Jasmy, 32% today in the last 24. I mean, 68% in the last 7 days. This coin 28%. So 43%, 35%. XRP even, like we don't even have to talk about altcoins. Like obviously altcoins have these percentages Algorand, you can see Algorand, 23% there. Render, RNDR, 83%. Filecoin, 20%. Let's keep going. Ondo's up 20%. So for example, like in a week, you could get 20 to 40% changes on things. Pepe's up 60%. Tau, like Bitser or whatever, 30%. In a week, that could happen. So like when cryptos actually really go up, they multiply in months. Like they don't. When a bull run comes, it's maybe a couple months, but multiplying like heavy multiples. Like Sui, 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 30% in 7 days. So some notable cryptos here. Polkadot, 21%. And then we go up, like even XRP, 21%. Like XRP was just at $1.80 and it just hit like $2.40 in the morning. So I mean, like think about XRP for example. We were talking about it December 29th, and I said the same thing I've been saying since November about it. $1.80 to $2.40. That's a significant price change. Where like when you're trying to dollar cost average or accumulate, those are the prices where you want to have conviction at, or those those times of fear. Let's say Aster, yeah, like I'm long on that. That's one thing we got some long positions on is Aster. Probably that thing's probably gonna pump back to $2. I would see it go back to $2. Yeah, so when recovery or even like the bull kicks in, Jasmy jumps 30% after falling wedge breakout. Volume rise, yeah, volume really rose on Jasmy, even for traders' activity on this Jasmy coin. I have a good amount of this Jasmy coin. I bought it like last year. I've held it for a while. What's gold at? Gold's probably gonna hit like we're gonna hit 4,500. We're like right there pretty much. So we're in January now, and look at where gold is, coming to pretty much all-time highs. We have $4,500 here, so we kind of gotta watch out. We don't want to be overly aggressive at this price level, like trying to buy here, even though we know price could potentially go through $4,500, right? So I know a lot of us are bullish on gold, but this is a psychological level where potentially resistance could come in if price rejects. Like you're looking at the 4-hour time frame right now, and market's closed. If the 4-hour closes bearish around this $4,500 level, there's a chance we pull back. And if you look at gold, it already did pull back to that candle. That's, I think, maybe where we caught that move up. It's part of where I think we caught our trade. Like, see that red candle? We wicked back to that red candle. So there is a lot of support down there in the market. That red candle, if you look at it, there's a bearish candle there, and then price broke above it. We did retrace back into it. Nice move there. Like, the market could try to draw back to that. Like, it could try to come back down. But staying above here is like that's our major support, like on the 4-hour, I would say. So even if gold comes down, there is a chance it's trying to test that area one more time. Price does look strong at the moment. Still looks like it's in an uptrend. We've pretty much just been getting break and retest. If you've been missing trades on gold, guys, simplicity is key. Break and retest. Break and retest. I'm sure you guys can see 2 more at least, right? Break and retest. And this is just on the 1 hour. If I were to go on the 5-minute and show you how many 5-minute break and retests there are inside of here, you'd probably be like, damn, there's a lot I don't see. We might have time to go over that. If not, maybe I'll break that down tonight on the Inner Circle session. We'll be live in 3 hours tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time during Tokyo session. If you missed any trades this week, just look at the chart right now and, slap yourself in the head and be like, damn, break and retest, break and retest. Simple trending market structure right now on gold, right? So yeah, right now we could maybe look at, if we're trying to be buyers aggressively, we could look at, okay, does price do the same thing with this high right here? Pretty much what we've been doing now. See? And maybe give us one more push up before middle week, going into like Wednesday, Thursday. You've pretty much just had break and retest here along the way up. And anybody who remembers back in the day when I did the understanding gold lessons, that was years ago. Some of you guys might be OGs. And anytime I've done like lessons on the trend is your friend, like go with the flow, there should be a good amount in inner circle. We talk about like you don't have to catch the bottom of a trend. There could be a piece inside the trend you can catch. Like some of you guys may think you miss out on moves because you don't catch the perfect entry, or you didn't get it in right away or at the beginning. Gold trends when whether it's bearish, when there's weakness, it trends. When there's strength, it trends. And if you missed any trades this week, like just back test this week so far and look at the week. Like I talked about 4,400. Right here you have 4,425. So far, like, and again, there's our trade. We literally caught a buy. Like I gave you guys the trade literally here on the break. I gave you guys the buy on the first break. Like, see this level right here? There's 2 retests on it. I gave you guys a trade when it first broke and retested on the 5-minute chart. There's a retest on the 1 hour here. The trade I gave you was right here. When the market first started breaking. That's the thing about these levels. And if you've been paying attention, I showed you this at the very beginning of the session with $4,400. How when $4,400 broke, there was a break and retest there, and then price went up, and then it came back and still had like that retest. Same thing happened there at 4,450. There's 3 retests there. Think about it. Like, whether you're looking for 1 trade a week, 2 trades a week, 3 trades a week, 1 trade a day. Like, I gave you guys the trade there. The market still gave like 1 opportunity here, or even another one, right? Shows you there's versatility with entries. If you're patient enough to let things happen and not always try to be involved, not always pushing buttons, not always be involved, not always chasing price, and you let things happen, it could just set you up for a much better entry. Same thing happened here. If you look at the next resistance, like you have resistance here, you got to break and retest. So when we look at price right now, like if you're trying to be aggressive, you should be able to see what, hopefully you guys, after going over all this, hopefully you guys are able to see what I'm, maybe we get a continuation here, right? If not, a deeper retracement, maybe 1 more buy setup, probably at the next lower zone. Or we break above 4,500. Maybe we break above 4,500 like we did with 4,400. Remember, hopefully you guys understand. Remember what I talked about at the beginning with 4,400? 4,500's right there. Same way we could potentially think with 4,500. Maybe the market can get above 4,500 or create resistance at it. If the market creates resistance at 4,500 and breaks it another time, I know gold, and it could consolidate up here and wick down and do that later. It doesn't have to do it like, that's the thing about the chart. It's just keeping something in mind. And if it happens, you already have it in mind. Because who knows if price is going to come down here and go right up, or if price is going to chop around, grab liquidity, come down into the order block, the last low, and then go up and do it at a later time. It's keeping yourself prepared for what could happen, the possibilities of what could happen, right? Price could try it. We have a low. The last low is down here. So we'll see. We're going to be streaming tonight inside the Inner Circle. If you guys are in the Inner Circle, I'll drop the link in Discord and in school for you guys. In like an hour, I'll just drop it after we wrap this session up. But yeah, we'll be live in the Inner Circle tonight in 3 hours from now, 8:30 p.m. So we're going to go live 8:30 p.m. tonight. And we'll see where gold's at. Like last night, it was a perfect time to go live. So I'm going to do it again tonight. Last night, it was a good time to be on the charts around 8:30, 9 o'clock. So I'm going to do the same time I was on last night tonight. Last night worked out. We literally caught a live trade. Yeah, possible continuations on gold. You have the last low down here. That could be a volume point that the market tries to come into if the first zone doesn't hold. Like it could try to grab more liquidity but still hold structure and go up. That's basically what happened last night. Like here it was consolidating, looking like it wanted to push up, but it went lower and then made the move up. Like if you look at here where I'm circling. So imagine price were to consolidate up here and go lower, but still something like this. Still bullish. Like as you can see, I'm keeping everything with like a bullish bias, giving myself possibilities and understandings of like, okay, this zone could hold. That's bullish. If we get above 4,500, that could be bullish for me. All right, I'm keeping the bias the same. And yeah, could watch this area when market opens. Like market's closed until like the next 30 minutes. You could watch this area possibly. Still think gold is overall bullish. Like we had like I said like the other day, like I said it too. It's everything that I say leads on to like things like, remember what, like the other day I was talking about this drop. So gold just had a huge drop, right? And I'll pull it up because I don't want to draw it again. I'm not drawing it again. We were talking about the huge drop. Everyone was asking about the drop. This is again buy the dip. We often talk about buy the dip on gold. Was it this session? Really, here it is, right here. This right here. We're talking about the drops. So the recent drop, like anybody who is paying attention this week, like I even said on that stream, like guys, like I'm not drawing this. These aren't random things. I'm gonna say it again. Like, I don't just draw random arrows. Like, all right. Because everyone was panicking, you know, gold dumped and everyone was panicking, right? And the other day we talked about this drop 2 days ago. And the most recent drops, like, that were similar to it, right? Because everyone was panicking, and I was like, well, this drop has happened before. The last time we dropped like this was literally in November. November had a pretty similar drop. I gave you guys the structure. I always do. I gave you guys the structure. I gave you guys everything about where gold's going, right? Buy the dip. We talked about buy the dip, right? So gold looks strong. That low, like this goes back to not forgetting about, okay, what was I looking at a day ago, 2 days ago, not switching it up, you know, not always getting messy with that, right? That low is held. Like we have a low here, right? Gold's in a clear uptrend. With that being said, we have these highs. It could be like, I know there's a huge area of resistance here, but price does look strong. Like eventually, like, you know, we could probably try to be getting above that to go further, maybe to like $4,600. 46, like, price does look like it could be trying to maybe break above that at some point, and once it does, that takes it to 4,600. That high, like the way we're coming to it, if structure holds this low held, if structure keeps holding and this manages to break above soon, then that's going to be the force that takes us to $4,600. And that could literally be this month. Like that could be soon, between now and like February. Now, February going into March, like the next months, January and February. So we got to see how like 4,500 behaves. I think tonight, if you're looking at gold, it's keeping an eye on how that 4,500 price behaves. On the bigger picture, like if we really get above that, that could be a key price on the bigger picture, like I talked about. But for like context right now, like I said, even maybe for right now, like in the near term, depending on what price does, how it trades here, if we get a break above and can just continue. But yeah, like I said, the 1 hour, you have a little area here. Or above 44.75. And yeah, you have an area that I marked from the 1 hour here that price could try to maintain, stay above. Similar to pretty much everything we've been talking about this week. Like maybe that breaks you through 4,500. Gold probably gonna hit 45. I think it will hit 4,500. It's not that far off, but I think it's going to. Silver pumped. It's at 81. Silver's breaking out. Like silver broke out of this again. Something we talked about, right? We talked about how silver looks bullish, like it's gonna break out. Now it's at 81. We were talking about it when it was like down here even. So silver's broken out. Looks really, really strong. This thing could be on the way to like $90. Now it's trying to get above the 80. $80 is here. Maybe we maintain 80, higher 70s. So like 78, 79 could maintain. $80, higher 70s could be trying to maintain with price. And yeah, it looks like silver could be trying to stay above 80s. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it up. That's going to be it for me. If you're inside the inner circle, guys, I will be on in like 3 hours from now, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Same time I was live last night. So I'm actually going to wrap this session up for the night. We'll be live inside the inner circle, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. For those of you guys that are inside the inner circle. So tap in. We're going to look at gold and talk more crypto. We're going to talk probably about the same stuff I talked about last night on crypto. Sell gold for free mustache. Not yet, maybe. It might hit, like, you got to watch 4,500. I think we still could potentially hold this uptrend one more time. It's only Tuesday night. Sell gold for free mustache. Jasmine Shiba. Shiba. EURUSD, man, that thing, I don't know. EURUSD, let's check it out. We could look at it. How's that daily looking? Daily looked like it was gonna reject. I thought this thing was gonna go up. Wrong. EURUSD, probably not my strong suit. So honestly, like not my strong suit for pairs. I don't trade it. But I was looking at it yesterday in the daily clean. It looks like it's been uptrending. We just broke this low. I think it'll bounce. Like, I don't know, this is how I view charts. Like, came back to this low. pretty much reach for that, like that engulfing candle there. It looks interesting on the daily. 4 hour. Maybe it holds this low Euro USD. Right? Like, that's one thing I'm seeing. Like, if I was to trade this, I would think like this could potentially like push up, like maybe hold a low. Daily looks interesting. Damn. Up 20K today on 3 accounts. 2 are challenged still and 1 funded. So tomorrow 5K payout. Good stuff. FTMO. Nice, nice, nice. Good stuff, good stuff. Sell gold for free mustache, guys. I've only used one prop firm in this. Like, I tried FTMO once. I passed the challenge and everything. Got, like, in one day. Did everything in one day. And then, like, the restrictions and rules just kind of weren't for me. The only funded account I use now is called YouFunded. It's instant funding. I have an account with them. And I've had 1 payout so far from this. This is only this is instant funding, so there's no rules, there's no challenges on this. It's instant funding. You buy the instant funding. There's no rules, no challenges. You can swing trade. There's no restrictions. You just have a max drawdown. Yeah, gold sells. I'm not interested in sells yet. Like, the day I'm selling, maybe then. Like, I haven't taken sells at all this week. I don't know if any of you guys have, but no, I haven't. There was a couple good moves, but I've been just sticking with the trend, really. So, like, in my opinion, this is the best prop firm because there's no rules, no restrictions. Like, you could literally get paid out the same week you make profit. You don't have to have, like, rules to getting your profit or a time. So it's just like, boom, go right into trading. Challenges, I mean, you might spend a lot of time passing the challenge. And, like, with the whole passing, for me, with, like, whole passing challenges, having all those restrictions and stuff, it takes away sometimes from some good trading. It sucks if you, like, pass a challenge and you do really well. You have, like, really good trading weeks. Like, if it takes you a month to pass a challenge and get funded, and then the next month you don't have really a good month. I think before you get funded, you should learn how to lose correctly, position yourself correctly, like, detach yourself emotionally. Like, before, like, even trying to get funded, because there's, like, perseverance and versatility with that. Like, with what I just said, like, you might spend a month trying to get funded or go through the challenge, and then you go through your next month, and then you have a bad month, you have a bad week, you have a bad day. Because, like, trading on a funded challenge and then trading on, like, live funds is totally different psychology. That's going to be definitely a different psychology for you. If you're trading on, let's say, the challenge versus, when you're on actual live funds, there's a psychology factor there, right? So, like, the challenge, once you get to the live funds, you have a losing. Like, I've seen a lot of traders, they go through their challenges and stuff. They have a losing day. They have their first losing day. They're excited to make money, excited to get those payouts. Obviously, trying to make money, and you have one bad day, you have one bad week, and you're really emotional. It's like, So I would there's practicing, like, learning the emotional intelligence side in trading. Trading's a really psychological game. Very psychological trading is. I sounded like Yoda there. But I went over gold, what I think, what I might be looking at tonight. Signals, like I said, take advantage of all the free streams that I'm doing, guys. All the signals that I'm sending. Usually I just send signals in my Inner Circle Discord. Wanted to go into 2026 with, leveling up my skills. I wanted to put myself out there more to the public as well. Helps me level up my skills, refine things. I'm used to sending signals to the same group chat now. So I just want to send some signals out there coming into the new year. Help everyone out. Help everyone learn. Make sure you take advantage. Make sure you guys stay locked in. I don't know how long the signals are going to be in the Telegram the way I'm doing them, as consistent. But we'll see. 2026 is starting, and I'm just going to keep it like that for a little bit. But yo, if you're inside the Inner Circle, guys, plug in tonight, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to be live. We're basically going to go live. I'll do that for this week, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. That seems like a good time right now. Like last night was pretty good. But yeah, we'll do that all this week. Friday we don't need to. Friday night. No, we don't need to on Friday night. We'll see how 8:30 goes for the next 2 weeks, because I kind of wanted to pre-London as well. So Tokyo session. It's just showing up, picking a time, showing up. Another time I want to go live is 11 p.m. 11 midnight. So yeah. Oh, about to drop my microphone. Stick with 8:30 for the next couple. We don't need 8:30 Friday. 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Should do Sunday too. Market will be open Sunday night. So yeah, for the next 2 weeks, we're gonna stick with 8:30. You'll see 8:30. 8:30 was good last night. I was like, yo, 8:30, I'm gonna go live. So that's the time right now, 8:30. 8:30 for now. Friday, I'll probably put New York session in there. Fridays, 8:30 wouldn't make sense. That's Friday night. We're all chilling Friday nights, refreshing. Let's see how 8:30 does though for the next couple days and next week. But yeah, if you're inside the Inner Circle, I'm gonna add to this. I gotta finish the calendar. I guess yesterday kind of starts it off with 8:30. It was a good session, so I'm gonna add to the calendar for the month for those of you guys in the Inner Circle. But like I said, we'll be live tonight, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. And yeah, I'll see you guys there. I'll check out the chat and see if there's any quick questions. What are my thoughts about XRP? I'm a holder. XRP is top 5 for me on my portfolio. The main portfolio that I have, the big one, the main one, XRP is top 5 in there. Probably right now it's top 3. It's going to be Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP within that. XRP might be number 2 right now. Maybe I got to check actually, because the price has changed significantly. Got to check. XRP though, top 5 for me. Depending on the market, because I have a good amount of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP. Sometimes depending on the market, it's kind of like a battle between those. It's might be a top 3 at times, depending on the market. But XRP, for me, that's a top crypto that I hold. I've been a holder of that, to be honest. If you're asking me about my thoughts on XRP, I first bought XRP in 2017. So, I've been a holder for a long time. Some of you guys might just bought XRP this year. I've been holding XRP since 2017, so I have a good amount, to say the least. One thing I have a good amount in terms of tokens, XRP tokens, and because I'm still a holder, long term, I'm still a holder on XRP. I like what it's done with $2, how it reclaimed $2. $2, we're above that now. That seems like a very psychological level the last year. And same thing I'm saying now. I said in November about XRP, and I said December 29th, last week. Same thing. I'm always going to say the same things. Whether you ask me when the market's up or the market's down, whether the market's like, like here at the worst time, and we've had these same discussions when the market was just down, it's like, same thing. I'm a holder for that. We just broke out of we just broke out. XRP had like a 40% move, 40% move. Was one of the strongest coins to move in the last week. And it's a major coin, so we just broke out. Like, we just had this big shift out. We reclaimed $2. $2 is a very important level the last year. That's the lowest price we've seen in 2025. So it looks like for now, like we're trying to hold above that $2. And that could maybe take us back to the threes. If we stay, as long as we stay above $2, we're probably long term, like setting back to go to the threes. I like XRP. There's a community of people that don't like XRP, but I've I've been a holder of it. I like it. Depends on the account size. Like, account sizes start off at $45,000, and the price for that is $1,500, and it's instant. Validity, everything. Validity, I'm still a holder of that. I saw they switched the liquidity on that. That's why the price went crazy for Validity, if you saw. But yeah, I still have that. I hold that. I hold tokens in that. Every coin I've talked about in the past, I still have and holding loud and proud. Some of them are in the gutter. Even Dogwif had 50 cents. Even Whiff. What? I didn't even notice Whiff hit 50 cents. I saw it at like 44. Yeah, Dogwif hat. Meme coins ran pretty crazy too. This thing jumped. Nexo spiked. So I think when Nexo, a lot of people take out loans using Nexo. There's something called Nexo loans. Might be something interesting there. We've seen a 25% day on Nexo. If you know what Nexo is, there's Nexo loans, right? So when Nexo pumps like this, it makes me think, like, are more people buying Nexo to take out loans to buy more crypto and stuff? You can loan your crypto. You can loan against your crypto on something called Nexo. Now, I'm not going to say I recommend doing it. Like, it's, it's risky. It is risky. Now, I'm a risky person, so if you would ask me, is it something I do? I think you guys know the answer. I'm a risky person, so yeah. I've done it. I've done it with Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP. I did it with XRP. I actually loaned against my XRP at one point, because I had a lot of XRP, and that played out magically. Actually, it was the right thing. It was a good thing. Solana 140, all major cryptos. Like, I don't know if you're in the inner circle. The person asked about XRP, but last night I was going over and tonight I'm gonna go over like the main coins I'm holding. Last night I went over some of the main ones that I'm holding from top down. I'm gonna go over them from like top down. I gotta do that tonight. Because I have some coins I'm holding right now that literally I have like $2,000 in. And then I have some coins right now that I have multiple six figures in. So there's a difference of what the coin is, where it is on the chart, how much I have, quantity, like what is it in my ranking. Because some coins I have, like IMX. I was saying this last night. Like this IMX, I have this coin. I have like 6,000 IMX tokens. So it's like, it's not worth really any. It's not worth a lot. It's really worth like, I think like $2,500. What's the value? I think it's like 2K or 2 to 3K. I think it's valued at. That's, yeah, it's around $2,800 valued at. It's not a lot. The amount of to me, it's nothing. Like for example, where is it from last night? For example, like in hype, I have $80,000 in hype. And this is just one portfolio. I'm not gonna say live. I'm not gonna say here live how much Ethereum I have and how much I'm holding in that. But this is one account, for example. But like I have some coins that are in the shitter right now. Like IMX is worth like 2,000. Yeah, like just under 3K. Then I have some bags. So over this week, like in the inner circle sessions, I'm gonna go over these coins, like which ones I'm holding that have high value, low value, but why, like for example, this coin, if it goes back to here, I'll have like $30,000 in it, right? So it's like, okay, it's in the shit. It's because look at the price. It's cheap. It's low. If it goes back to $3, then it's like, oh shit, I'll have like 30K in that coin, right? So it's like some coins I have that are not worth a lot to me, but where they are in the chart, maybe they could be good buying opportunities long term. Like they're coins that I'm holding. I'm not gonna sell this. Like I'm holding IMX. I'm not gonna sell it at this price. For me, it's either like go to zero or just recover, hold long term till it pumps. Because with these altcoins, with these altcoins, and altcoins are the risky ones, like Bitcoin, XRP, Solana, Ethereum. Like those are like your blue chip cryptos. Altcoins can be risky. These are like the risky ones, but if they move, they do move a lot more than Bitcoin. Gold buy or sell? Why'd I quit doing binary options? I mean, like, it wasn't really something that I did so much. Like, I was helping people. Like, did you see me making tens and twenties of thousands of dollars? No, I was making a couple $100 trading it. Like, I wasn't I was good at it. But it was, did you ever see me making 6 figures, 7 figures in binary options trading? No. I had a $3,000 account when I was trading binary options. Right? It wasn't really. So I was, because I've always been a gold trader and a MetaTrader. Like I've always been that style. Binary was something more like on the side. I don't know, like you grow out of things too. But like I traded with like my biggest account in binary that I traded with was like 3,000. I grew it, and that was really, I wasn't making like tens of thousands of dollars. All right, I never even I would just teach people and trade. I was good at it. But the whole time I was trading on MetaTrader. Like I've always traded the way I trade now. I've always, like, what I'm doing now is nothing new. If it might seem new for some people, but it's like I've always been trading. I've been trading for over 10 years. Crypto, like I've made millions on crypto, so it's like binary. I made millions of dollars on cryptocurrency. So I just stick to what made me money. Maybe I don't know. I don't even know what a binary broker is anymore. Like they all kind of got shady. Like that's one reason too. They're all like shady brokers. Like if I could trust a broker back, like it was hard to trust brokers too. They're all like shady brokers. With where I live, I can't trade on IQ options or some shit like that. So it's like, yeah, like that too. Okay, and you flip an account and you can't even withdraw it. I don't even know. Like if we were to trade, if you guys want to gamble, we can trade binary. Someone, someone tell me a binary broker. I'll put. Someone tell me a binary broker. I'll put $250 in it or something. And let's see. We'll go live on Twitch. Man, that's why you can't trust exchanges. That's why you got to be like, like update, like be active with your stuff, regularly check it, stuff like that. But yeah, that's sketchy. It's something we don't. It's pretty sketchy. I think that's in some states. I think like California wants to do that. No, pocket option is still good. I had problems with that shit. That shit never let me withdraw my money. I lost money on that shit. I remember. I didn't let me really. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll do it. Let's see. We'll be live tonight. Binary options trading, guys. Fund your account. Yo, I'll do it if you guys want me to do it. Like, if you guys ever wanted me to do it, I'll do it. But I'll probably lose. Like I'm literally gonna treat it like the casino. Like if you guys want to do that, understand. I'm gonna be treating it like the casino, and have no fucks given. Like I'm not. It's like I'll lose $500 and not care, in one night. Yeah, so if you guys want to ever do, maybe let's see if enough people wanted to do that. If like 5 of you guys say do it, I'll be like, if 100 of you guys said do it, or 200, I'll be like, all right, bet, let's fucking do it. But maybe. I mean, people have asked me to do it before, but I don't want to do live binary trading. That's not my job. Like it's not my, It's just that's just. Let me take a step back if you want me to. I don't want to do live binary trading. That'd be stressful. Like maybe. So if I were to do it, I would treat it fun and probably just gamble. Gold's open. Market's open. What are we at? We're probably gonna flip up. What's the market's opening up? So that's my disclaimer if I ever do it. Real quick. Follow along if you ever that's my disclaimer, like, because I mean I'd look at the charts. Like I wouldn't just I would still look at the charts and shit. I would still be watching the charts, but I would have fun with it. Yo, gold pushing up. My broker's open. It's kind of like doing that fucking. Yeah, looks like it's gonna hit 4,500 now. This is forex.com. I end up. Sometimes it takes like 10-15 minutes for these even to change or have like effect. Price is at like 40.99 right now, like 98, 99. There was a bit of a gap, but yeah, like I said, same thing. Sticking with the same bias I went over even before the market opened. We might hold this high. Maybe we try to get above 4,500, break above it, retest it. Maybe one day. I'll think about it. It would be fun. Pocket option. Let me see. I have an account with them. It's probably, or I might be even just done. I probably have an account from like years ago. I'd be on my other laptop then. Free demo. Let's see. All right, guys. Let's see what we're dealing with here. I know what I'm doing. All right. Can I skip all this? They gave me. You get a $50,000 demo. Damn, that's That's a great amount of money to start people off with. 50 G's. Here you go, demo. Is XAU on here? How's X gold? 88. Oh, gold offers an 88% payout. Gold OTC 4347. This is OTC. Does gold? Oh, it's not available. Does gold have certain hours? Maybe it's not open. This is OTC gold. That's why it's probably 80%. So currencies. Let's look at what's Bitcoin. Bitcoin OTC ETF OTC Bitcoin 23%. Jeez. Is it because of time? So what are we trading OTC? Currencies not available. Probably because of time too. Some of the probably the time. Let me see this. Time. Oh, whoa. See, this is just. You could literally do to the time it expires at, or what's this? To the hour. What I gotta learn this. This time thing is plus 5 minute. Damn. This is some shit right here. This is some shit, guys. Look, you guys got me on. Someone got me on pocket option. Alright, I'm gonna go long on gold. This is OTC. This isn't even like actually a gold. I actually meant to buy. I accidentally clicked sell. This shit's too. See, this shit's too like. I don't know. Yeah, see, I would probably do something like this if I was doing it. But nah, gold's not even. I'm trying to look at gold. Like, is gold on here? Or what? Probably the time. It's probably because of the time. It's OTC hours. Over the you could trade when the you could trade a market that's not open on binaries. Look at that. My sell might hit. Oh, you can get out early. There's time left. 4 minutes on Bitcoin. Let's see this thing. This is great. This is hilarious. This is actually hilarious. Bitcoin OTC. 3 minutes and 53 seconds left. This isn't even real market. We're gonna go till 2022 gold. We're gonna full port the account. It's a demo account, by the way. Gold longs until 8 p.m. see what happens. So yeah, you can set expiration times on this. All right, well, that was that for a little bit. That was fun. But no, I would look like I want to. I'll look at this when gold's open. When this is actually open. All right, where's the expiration? Oh, I'm on a 1 minute chart. I gotta go to a 5 minute. No, 1 hour. My expiration 22:14. Gold longs expires at 22:14. All right. Look at this chart. What the fuck? This chart's messed up. This is a messed up chart. I'm just having fun right now, messing around. This is don't take this serious. All right. This is even Bitcoin 93. Is this even 93? This isn't. Oh, it's not even the same price. It's literally, it's not even the chart. It's not even the same chart. All right, so gold's open, market's open. Again, like I said, we're above this resistance. That's on a 5-minute. Potentially we could hold that. Looks like, I think we're going to. Yeah, I think we'll hold. Probably try to break. Remember what I went over. But yeah, like I said, we're going to be on 2 hours from now. Now 2 hours. When I got on, I said 3. I'll drop this chart in Telegram and Discord for you guys. I'll write up some analysis. I'll drop the chart in Telegram real quick and Discord. And yeah, potentially we hold that resistance and just continue trend. All right. I'm out though. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'll see everybody later or on next stream. Over the counter. Yeah, no, that's no. I wouldn't trade that. I wouldn't trade OTC. I know that. Yeah, over the counter. Yeah, I wouldn't trade that. That's messed up. It's not even like a real market. Like. Got the. This isn't even Bitcoin. This isn't even the Bitcoin chart. It's messed up. Imagine trading it and not even noting. You think you're looking at actual Bitcoin price. That's funny. All right, guys. Bitcoin, as you saw, not even real Bitcoin. Damn, we gotta double up on gold. We gotta double up this shit. This, look at this. This is at 4347. 4347. We gotta double up this, like gold longs. This thing's gotta go up. What's going on here? What is it open on? There we go. Oh, I'm like, yo, my shit was lagging. I'm like, yo, why is my trading view like this? We gapped. We just filled the gap. A little gap above the resistance. Like, I think maybe tonight, if you're looking at like Sydney, Tokyo session, it's like, okay, can we stay above this area of resistance? Gold futures, 45, like, yeah, gold futures. Up. Yeah, like resistance. Can we maintain, stay above the resistance? I'll see everybody next stream, though. Peace, 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 peace. That was, yeah, this is, this is dumb. Makes sense. Like, if you're looking for, like, maybe, like, if you're you could do, like, an expiration. That's where options trading, like, futures and options, like, expiration trades, like if you wanted to if you had a bullish bias on gold for the next 2 months or the next month or the next weeks, it's like expiration trades could be easy in a trending market like gold when it has that trend to it. But yeah, I'll see everybody next stream. Peace, peace, peace. I'm out. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'll drop some charts.